Real talk. Do clothes actually affect how you're treated when you fly? Like, is it true people who dress better get upgrades, or is that just airline myth? And why do some folks get pulled aside at TSA even when they're wearing the most basic outfits, while others breeze through in sweats and hoodies? Oh, and here's one I love. Are compression socks really worth it, or just another overhyped travel thing? What about leggings? Are they airport approved, or just gym wear in disguise? And seriously, why do the scanners always beep, even when you swear you've got nothing metal on you? Let's break it down, because your travel outfit might be doing way more than you think, for your comfort, your safety, and even how people treat you once you're on board. Ever been stuck in the TSA line with 100 eyes on you while you wrestle off a pair of knee-high boots? Not fun. Any shoes with laces, zippers, or even tiny bits of metal can set off scanners, and suddenly you're the main event holding up the line. On the flip side, flip-flops might feel like the easy option, but they're risky. Picture yourself sprinting to catch a connection or, worst case, in an emergency evacuation. Those flimsy sandals won't cut it. Plenty of frequent flyers in the comments swear by slip-on sneakers. You literally slide in, slide out. No drama, no delays. One traveler even said Skechers slip-ons are their go-to because TSA never gives them trouble, and they can still walk terminals for hours without sore feet. Some people even pull a little switcheroo, wear slides through the airport, then swap into proper sneakers before boarding. It sounds funny, but hey, it works. The key is finding a pair that balances security-friendly with all-day comfort. You want shoes that support your feet, don't cramp when they swell mid-flight, and keep you steady on slick airport floors. Trust me, after a 14-hour flight when your legs feel like bricks, the last thing you want is shoes that make every step painful. So forget the runway look for once. Pick sneakers that actually carry you through the journey, not against it. Most people don't think twice about socks when flying. But the truth? They can make or break your comfort. Picture this. You're at TSA, asked to take your shoes off, and now you're barefoot on that cold, questionably clean floor. Yeah, not the vibe. One traveler in the comments had a genius hack: carry disposable shoe covers like the ones used in hospitals. Slip them on, keep your socks clean, and walk through security without feeling gross. But the real MVP for long flights? Compression socks? If you're in the air for more than 2 hours, they're a game changer. They keep blood flowing, reduce swelling, and prevent that heavy, sluggish leg feeling. One woman even said, after getting painful knee issues from a long haul, she never boards without compression socks again. There's debate on whether they prevent actual injuries, but almost everyone agrees they make sitting for hours way more bearable. Here's another overlooked trick. Pack a fresh pair of socks in your personal item. If you're the type to kick your shoes off mid-flight, swapping into a clean pair halfway through feels like a total reset. One guy shared that he changes socks right after takeoff, and it helps him relax and even sleep better. It's such a small thing, but it can transform how you feel when you land. Walking off the plane with swollen ankles and funky socks is one story. Walking off with light legs and fresh feet? That's how you start your trip right. Nobody really talks about it, but the wrong underwear can absolutely wreck your flight. Sitting for hours in tight synthetic fabric is basically self-inflicted torture. You'll end up sweaty, itchy, and restless when all you want is to nap or zone out to a movie. The smarter move? Stick with cotton or microfiber. They're breathable, soft, and keep you feeling fresh instead of trapped. One of the best pieces of advice from the comments came from a seasoned traveler. Always pack panty liners for long flights. It sounds simple, but a lot of women agreed it's the easiest way to stay clean and confident during those never-ending hours in the air. And here's another underrated pro tip. Bring a spare pair of underwear in your carry-on. After a 12-hour flight, swapping into something fresh before you even hit baggage claim feels like hitting a personal reset button. Multiple people swear by it, saying it makes stepping off the plane so much more bearable. The goal isn't to overthink it, just avoid anything too tight or fabrics that trap heat. If your base layer is breathable and comfortable, Everything else you wear on top will feel better too. Think of it as building your outfit from the inside out. Forget runway looks. Real luxury at 35,000 feet is being able to sit, stretch, and relax without constantly adjusting your clothes. Underwear may be invisible, but when it goes wrong, trust me, you'll feel it every single mile. Shorts might sound like the perfect move for travel. Light, breezy, no problem. But anyone who's sat shivering under that icy cabin air vent knows planes get cold, fast. Several travelers shared stories of freezing through an entire flight because they chose shorts. One woman even mentioned wearing a long skirt with little metal beads, and TSA immediately pulled her aside for a pat-down. Not exactly how you want to start your trip. The smarter call is soft, stretchy pants. Joggers and chinos with an elastic waistband are the real MVPs. One guy said flat out, "Elastic waist pants save my life every trip. They move with you, they don't dig into your stomach when the cabin pressure messes with your body, and they're way more forgiving when you've been sitting still for hours. Skip skinny jeans that cut off circulation, and don't even think about those wide-leg pants that drag across airport bathroom floors. That's a germ collection you don't want." Dark colors are another low-key hack. Turbulence plus coffee equals stains, and no one wants to land looking like they lost a food fight. And please, don't wear a jumpsuit. It might look cute at the gate, but the first time you're wrestling with it in a cramped airplane bathroom, you'll regret everything. At the end of the day, pants aren't just about looking good, they're your shield against cold, germs, and discomfort. Pick the right pair, and you'll walk off that plane ready to go. Pick wrong, and you'll spend the whole flight wishing you hadn't. If you've ever flown more than a couple hours, you know airplane cabins have no chill. Literally. 1 minute you're freezing, the next it feels like a sauna. That flimsy airline blanket isn't saving you, and wearing one heavy jacket just means sweating through security. The smarter play is layers. Start with a soft t-shirt, add a hoodie or lightweight sweater, then top it with a zip-up jacket. You can shed or add pieces as needed without digging through your bag mid-flight. Travelers in the comments had some gold here. A lot of people recommended bringing a big scarf. It's warm, doubles as a pillow, and if your destination includes religious sites or strong sun, it works there too. One guy even called it his survival tool for long hauls. Another clever hack? Wear a jacket with plenty of pockets. Before TSA, throw your wallet, phone, and boarding pass in the jacket. When it's your turn, just drop the whole thing in the bin. No fumbling, no stress. Dark colors are a smart call too. Someone said they always fly in black because if turbulence hits and coffee spills, no one can tell. It's the kind of detail you don't think about until it happens to you. So don't underestimate your outerwear. A jacket and scarf aren't just about style. They're shields against cold, clutter, and little in-flight disasters. With the right layers, you'll look put together and stay comfortable no matter how crazy the cabin climate gets. We've all been there. You're cruising through security, and suddenly the scanner beeps. Everyone stares while you scramble to figure out what set it off. 9 times out of 10, it's something simple. Your belt buckle, chunky watch, or that necklace you forgot to take off. Now you're pulled aside for a pat-down while the line behind you groans. Not exactly a great way to start your trip. Plenty of travelers in the comments had the same advice. Keep it simple. If you like wearing jewelry, stick to small pieces. Wedding rings, tiny studs, anything chunky? Toss it in your bag before the checkpoint and put it back on later. Saves time, saves you from awkward stares. One person even shared a hilarious story. Their buddy wore a belt with metal studs, and TSA kept scanning right around his crotch. The whole group couldn't stop laughing, but it was a major delay. Then there are people with medical devices. One woman mentioned she has a pain pump in her abdomen, and every single time she's flagged. For situations like that, having documentation or a TSA notification card is a lifesaver. It sets the tone before the scanner even goes off and helps avoid unnecessary stress. Bottom line, less is more. Travel days aren't the time for flashy accessories or heavy belts. Keep your look clean and minimal, and you'll glide through security without drama. Save the statement pieces for when you actually get to your destination. You might love your signature cologne, but trust me, an airplane cabin is the worst place to show it off. The air is recycled, the space is tight, and even a small spritz can hit your neighbor like a brick wall. In the comments, several people admitted they've gotten nauseous from someone's perfume mid-flight. One even had to switch seats with their spouse because a flight attendant's fragrance was too strong. That says it all. A lot of seasoned travelers agreed. Skip perfume and cologne altogether, or go with fragrance-free products before you fly. For some passengers, strong scents aren't just annoying, they can trigger allergies or even medical issues. Honestly, you don't need perfume to look put together. Clean clothes and basic hygiene do more for you than any bottle of designer spray ever will at 35,000 feet. And it's not just fragrances. Food can be just as bad. One commenter complained about passengers bringing fast food on board, especially fries, stinking up the whole cabin before the plane even took off. If you want a snack, choose stuff that's low odor and easy to pack. Save the greasy takeout for after you land. Flying is already exhausting. Why make it worse for the people around you? Keep it simple. Stay neutral with scents, avoid foods that fill the cabin with smells, and everyone, including you, will have a smoother ride. Courtesy goes a long way when you're stuck shoulder to shoulder for hours. Here's something most people forget. Your attitude matters just as much as your outfit. Clothes can make you comfortable, but how you handle the unexpected determines whether your trip feels smooth or stressful. In the comments, one woman shared how TSA pulled her aside because of the silver beads on her skirt. Instead of freaking out, she stayed calm, laughed it off, and the whole thing was over in a minute. Another traveler said they always remind themselves, "It's just 60 seconds of inconvenience, then I'm grabbing a latte in the lounge." That mindset changes everything. Politeness also pays off. Airline staff deal with thousands of passengers a day. If you're easygoing and respectful, you're way more likely to get small perks, like a better seat, help with overhead bin space, or just a smoother check-in. One longtime flyer said their #1 travel hack isn't clothes at all. It's smiling at staff. That's the kind of thing that makes a long day better for everyone. The reality is, TSA checks can feel random and sometimes unfair. People in the comments talked about moms, seniors, even kids getting pulled aside for no obvious reason. You can't control who gets picked, but you can control your reaction. Keep your cool, stay cooperative, and you'll get through it quicker. So yeah, sneakers, joggers, and hoodies matter. But the real outfit is pairing your clothes with patience, humor, and respect. If you've got that combo, even the roughest travel days won't knock you off balance. You'll land not just looking good, but feeling like you handled the journey like a pro. So yeah, the secret isn't about dressing like you're headed to a red carpet event. It's about staying comfy, moving easily, and not giving TSA a reason to single you out. The right shoes, the right layers, and the right mindset can turn a long haul from miserable to manageable. And honestly, it's not just about what you wear. It's how you carry yourself. A calm attitude and a bit of kindness go further than any designer outfit ever will at 35,000 feet. Now I'm curious, what's your go-to airport outfit? Drop your must-have travel pieces down in the comments. And if this helped, hit like so more travelers can fly a little smarter too. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.